Gravitas, powered by Skoda, made of smart imagination.
As the world focuses on Afghanistan, China is pushing with its world domination plans. They've opened a rail link to the Indian Ocean via Myanmar. It's part of a new transport corridor. It starts from Chengdu in western China and stretches all the way to Myanmar's northeast. The corridor connects the two regions via rail and road networks. On the face of it, China is promising a high-speed trade route to Myanmar, something that would make Myanmar's generals happy. They're getting a trade route after all. That would make them money. But in reality, China is challenging India's domination in the Indian Ocean. That is the ulterior motive. This trade link is something that China has dreamt about since the 1980s. Originally, it was planned to support China's landlocked provinces in the southwest. But now the same project has attained a new strategic importance. The reason is the Malacca Straits, and you must know about this. Look at this map. The Malacca Straits is a shallow and narrow waterway near the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. This area is essential to China. Beijing needs this route to remain open. That's because it gets most of its energy supplies from here. More than 70% of China's petroleum and LNG exports are shipped through here. 60% of China's trade flows through the same straits. It's obvious the Malacca Straits is China's economic lifeline. It's a vital link that connects the Indian Ocean with the South China Sea. And India can choke China there just by parking some of its ships near the straits. This is a real problem, a real worry for Beijing. They call it the Malacca Dilemma. Hu Jintao, the former president of China, coined this term in 2003. Back then he said, and I'm quoting, that certain major powers are bent on controlling the straits. So China knew about this threat 18 years back. But now, China is feeling it. Since last year, the Malacca Straits have been pushed as an option in India. There have been calls to throttle China's maritime trade to respond to China's military adventurism in Ladakh. This is where India should hit them. That's what many strategists said. Well, India hasn't choked the route yet, but India has certainly demonstrated what can be done. Recently, India sent a naval task force to the South China Sea. This deployment is being called the most visible show of flag naval presence. Why? Because the Indian task force has been deployed near the Malacca Straits. India is sending a message through this deployment. India is asserting its claim over the region. So here's Beijing's response. It opened up a new trade route with Myanmar. It will allow Beijing to bypass the Malacca Straits. But remember, 60% of China's trade flows through the straits. Just one new trade route won't be enough to solve China's Malacca Dilemma. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.
Gravitas, powered by Skoda, made of smart imagination.